So for this video, we're going to look at the third and final way that we can edit in Blender. And I've just got a cube here, just orbit around it, just a default cube as you get when you open up Blender. And I'm going to go from object mode into edit mode. So we've looked previously at working with vertexes, and then in the last video we looked at working with edges, and in this video we're going to just have a look at how we can manipulate the face of an object. Now the face of an object is where all the edges and vertices come together. So I'll just deselect my object. I'm in face mode. I can choose that just by hitting 3 on the keyboard, and this time if I click on an object it selects all the edges, all the vertices and the face, and I can actually just modify the face. So I'm just going to use my move tool again, and you can see as I move it, it scales it. I can drag it and move it. I can play around with the scale of the object, so scale it in and out, and it works and moves the entire face of the object that we're working at. I'll just click on another face and just kind of do the same thing. So instead of just modifying either the edge or the vertexes, you're actually modifying the entire content, and it allows you to again take a very simple object, and you see here I'm rotating it, and create some quite abstract shapes and forms with what I'm doing. So again, just to reiterate, press 3 to select face mode. You click on the face that you want to deal with, and then you can start to make modifications to it. Face mode is the one we're going to use the most when we come to do things like extruding, and I'll do a video on that a little bit later. So extruding means we can stretch things out, which is very valuable and useful for building models, and we play around with some other tools as well from the extra selections here, like the loop cut and things like that, to create more interesting shapes and models to play with, and I'll do a video on these a little bit later. But made some loop cuts, click on a face, make sure I'm in face mode, I've gone to edge mode, click on the face, and then as I said I can start to move objects and extrude areas, to start to manipulate and make a far more interesting and compelling object. So face modes are the modes we're going to use probably most in modeling buildings.